Hey everyone. Okay, we've got Tori at the helm today recording, and there's Janet. Hello, Janet. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone who has some Irish in them. Anybody have a little Irish? Maybe you don't even know.
Do we, Mom?
Maybe Hogs has a little Irish in him. I have no idea, to tell you the truth. But not that I'm aware of. There's not a strong Irish presence here. But anyway, I do like the color green though. Anyway, welcome everyone. And I know there's a parade today in St. Louis, even though it's cold here. I know there's people here downtown at the parade, which is kind of crazy, but that's all good. Okay. So I want to start off with next week and how important next Tuesday is. So I want you guys to maybe call a few people on your team, see if they can be on next week. We are going to have Nicole Thomas, and she's our new regional director. She lives in there. Stacy. Hi, Stacy. What a cute picture. Anyway, we will have her on next week, and she'll be dialing in from Texas. She's really cute, really sweet. I've met her a couple times, and we're just going to learn a little bit more about our connection with her, what we can use her for, what's, her take on our future and what's happening. So anyway, that'll be a great call. She'll be on live, and that should be a lot of fun. So that is next Tuesday at noon. And I think it's the 24th. Let me double check.
Yes.
24th. Yep, 24th. Okay, so you guys mark that in your calendars. Let's have a big group come, and so we can support her, and she can support us. Okay, so the next thing we're going to chat about is our team contest, and I want you guys to unmute yourself if you've done any of these things yet, and tell us what we've done. Hi, Emily. Tori is going to put up the flyer here in a second. It's not a bingo, so you don't have to get anything in a row. It's just, if you do any of these, you're going to get your name in the drawing for April 1st. Can you do it, Tor?
Can you guys see it? Let's see.
Let's see. Yep, there it is. Let me
Okay.
make it a little bigger on my phone. Okay, so this is going until the end of March. It started March 1st. So if you've done any of these things, you need to let us know. And how do you let us know? You go on our team Facebook page, and you can take a picture of yourself, make a comment, go live, maybe holding up this, if you print this out, holding this up and putting a little heart or a little X on it if you've done something. So this month, all the qualifiers will get their names in. So you can see that's in the far right corner. Yeah, one entry per square. You can, if you get the ones on the corners with the plovers in it, then you get your name in. It says 2 times, but I think we decided we're going to do 3 times for the heck of it. We will have 10 winners, and the top 2 prizes are a $200 Southwest Airline gift card. And then the second place prize is a $100 gift card to Southwest. And then the other 8 prizes are going to be random. They might be, something obviously to do with Juice Plus. So maybe it'll be a book, maybe it'll be a couple of packets of Complete, maybe it'll be a little goodie bag full of a couple of samples. I do, for anyone coming to my house, we're going to draw a name on April 1st for a new starter kit. So I have a new starter kit that I've never used yet, And so we're going to be giving that away, but I really don't want to mail it. So that prize is going to go to someone here in my house. Okay. Tori, you want to go back to the actual
Sure.
flyer?
Yep.
Just so we can look at that one more time. Okay, there you go. You make that a little bigger if you guys have to. So host an event. I know there's been quite a few sourdough events. Add a new partner. Here's one that everyone can and should do. And call up your people. Call up your partners that haven't been engaged. Tell them about this contest and see if they know about our new app. So download the new app, the U Plus Juice Plus app, and then just send one of those videos to 5 people. Everybody can do that. Share your story on our team page, or we'll be asking at the end of the month for those of you that would like to share your product or business story on our team Zoom. And then, of course, if you get 3 new partners, or 3 new customers and 1 new partner, that you get your name in 3 times. And then if you're a new qualifier, you'll also get your, or haven't been qualified for a while and you requalify, you'll get your name in 3 times. So it's a very simple game, but I think it's a lot of fun. And actually, if you get 3 new customers, then you'll get your name in twice, because you'll get the 3 new customers in the center, and then the 3 new customers and the partner. So you'll get your name in 3, 4, 5 times if you do that. So anyway, it's a pretty cool, simple, and we're excited to see you guys all just take on the challenge and get your name in at least once. Promote a Partner Plus or a QSC. So anyway, you guys should have this printed off and just be looking, who can I get to help me do one of these few things? Okay, and if you want to share your story, 5 minutes or less, contact me on Voxer, and I will sign you guys up for a Tuesday so you can share. Okay, now, Tori, you ready to make a little switch? Okay,
Yep.
so we have heard in the past, and I agree with this, that we really shouldn't just get you guys on and play a video. And I do agree with that. However, there are a handful of videos that are so worth watching. And I know once you guys get off the call, it's very hard to remember to get back to watching a video and really just being still and watching it. So what we're going to do today for at least the next 15 minutes is we are going to watch an amazing podcast, but it's also got video with it, from Kurt Beavers. And I know Kurt really well. He's a friend of ours. He's a friend of many of you on this phone, on this Zoom. But do you really know his full Juice Plus story? So we're not going to get through the whole story. We've posted the podcast. It's completely worth it. It's total, I think, about 40 minutes. But we are going to at least get you guys started. And I want you to at least hear the beginning. Tori, you can kind of fast forward. Well, or not. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about fast forwarding. I want you guys to, who on here has watched it? Has anybody watched it? Okay.
I have.
Okay. It's good. Isn't
Juliet,
it?
Carrie.
Yeah, it's great. It's really
It's
good.
great.
I was
So-
surprised.
Yeah. So he is upline to Wendy Campbell, and Wendy Campbell is our upline. There's people between us. But he is upline to Wendy Campbell. And so he really, we're part of his team, and he will share where they came from, how they got started, why they got started. It is great. It's really entertaining. And I think it's just really impressive to know what you know, where this team really started almost 39 years ago. Hey, Emily and the brand new baby Lainey, little Lainey James. Okay, Tori, you ready to hit play? Please stay with us, guys.
Yes.
And then you can take your own time and watch the rest of it. But we just really wanted to give you guys a good taste of this video and encourage you to watch it till the end. Okay, ready,
Okay.
Tori?
Yes.
I'm going to put myself on mute.
All right.
Daycare, and then somehow imagine getting married. Imagine getting married, deciding you're not going to hand your future kids to daycare, and then somehow building a global business in 20 countries out of that one conviction. That is the story of today's guest.
For things to change, you got to change. If we want something different, then we have to make some changes.
A young couple in their early 20s, Kurt and Lori Beavers, set out for a simple, specific goal. Let's find a way to make an extra $1,000 a month from home. Friends introduced them to Juice Plus, and within their very first month, they hit that $1,000 target. That was their Kairos moment. This wasn't just side income, it was a completely different way to design a life. Fast forward, and Kurt Beavers is now one of the top 10 Juice Plus distributors on the planet, leading a team of more than 40,000 distributors in over 20 countries and all 50 states, with hundreds of millions in lifetime sales.
You need to find a business. Yes, it was the ground floor for me. It's established itself so that it's a launching pad for any generation whenever they've come in.
He's the founder of Make a Life LLC, a leadership and personal growth company that equips people to respond to their next Kairos moment with courage and intention. He's the author of the book, Make a Life, Not Just a Living, where he lays out how he designed a life of good health, business success, time freedom, and true joy. And he co-authored I Call Shotgun, a series of letters to his sons about character, courage, faith, and responsibility, who has used his time freedom to serve on ministry boards. Kurt travels from his home in Georgia, speaking at conferences and events, mentoring leaders every week. Everything he does is centered on one simple question. Are you satisfied just making a living, or are you ready to make a life?
It's about the quality of life that you want versus necessarily the riches of life that you want. Because we decided to make the life, not make a paycheck.
On this episode of The Authentic Networker, we're going to unpack Kurt's Kairos story, how a $1,000 a month goal became a global enterprise, and how he's built 15 years of consecutive double-digit growth in a relationship business. And how does he use that platform to help leaders and transform families? We'll talk about building in over 20 countries without losing your soul, and what it really looks like to make your business fit within your life. So if you've ever felt that nudge that there must be something more than punching a clock, if you're wondering how to align your life, your family, and your financial future in one integrated mission, you're in the right place. Stay with us. This is The Authentic Networker with Richard Blissbrook and your guest today, Kurt Beavers.
Richard Blissbrook here. We are live. We sit here today with none other than Mark Victor Hansen, Bob Proctor.
This is Kendra Hall,
Tanya Stringer,
Jack Canfield,
DeWitt Jones, James Clear,
Les Brown.
Hey, everybody. Here I am with Kurt Beavers. Kurt, welcome to the Authentic Networker podcast.
Glad to be here. Should I say aloha? Are you in I guess you're in Hawaii over there. I'm jealous.
Yeah, we're a ways apart, but we're both looking at water.
That's good.
Isn't that the end game that we work so hard for, is work, so you can sit at your desk and look at water.
And be around the people you enjoy doing it with.
That's right. So tell everybody, where are you? Where do you live? Where have you, at least at this point in your life, landed, and what are you looking at?
Well, I am a native of Atlanta, Georgia, like 7th generation native. So I've never lived anywhere but Georgia, but I've got business in all 50 states and 26 countries. But right now, we are at our new favorite place. We've been here 13 years. I'm staring at Lake Oconee, Georgia. We have 9 golf courses, and it's the only lake in the world that has a Ritz-Carlton on it. There are lots of Ritz-Carltons on beaches and oceans, but we have one on a lake here. It's like a cabin. It's really cool.
I love that. So you can boat to the Ritz.
And we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So tell everybody your story. Where did you come from? We'll get a lot into this about who you are and what you've created, but I want to know where you came from, including maybe a little bit about your parents and growing up and brothers and sisters and school. Give us some context. Who is Kurt Beavers?
Yeah. So I did, like I said, I was born in Atlanta to my parents, Curtis and Jackie. So I'm a junior. And I have one brother. And we kind of grew up on a silver spoon. My dad was like Mr. Atlanta, played football at Georgia Tech on the national championship team, pitched for the Cardinals. And then he had 28 furniture stores in Atlanta. And my parents, he was always gone, so I didn't really have a present dad. That's a whole nother story about God put amazing men in my life to play that role. But my parents got divorced, or he left when I was like 13. But on that day, they came to our house. Two guys in suits did. Never forget it. They took our house, both cars, and my mom's wedding ring because my dad had filed bankrupt.
Whoa.
And that was a hard. I mean, they didn't tell me all the details at the time. I was 12, but I just knew how bad it was. I didn't know, and we ended up leaving and moving into my grandparents' 2-bedroom cement block lake house up on Lake Lanier. And that's where my mom began to raise us as a single parent and have one brother.
You must have made some pretty important life decisions about that time. Do you remember?
Well, yeah, I mean, I had to be willing to trust my mom because she just swooped us up and took us away at 12. You're going through all those hormone changes and adolescence and trying to figure out if girls are good or bad and that kind of stuff. But I do remember we ended up spending a lot of time with my mom's parents, my grandparents. I had a wonderful grandmother. And she cared for us, took care of us. But the one thing I'll always remember is my mom, with no college degree, she got us tennis shoes, tennis rackets, football equipment, bought us a car when we turned 16. She was able to do all that because my mom really paved the way for me. She was in direct sales before I was.
Ah, what was she selling?
Grace Kinzer, who was a lady in Atlanta, who was a kind of a Christian matriarch. My mom was in a Bible study she led. She had started a company called Kinzer's Homestyle Foods, which sold to a big conglomerate and went public. But she gave my mom $40 to buy a little kit to sell aloe vera skincare with a company called Lady Love Cosmetics out of Dallas, Texas.
Lady Love Cosmetics.
Yeah, it was almost all aloe vera. And from the time I was 15 all the way through college, I worked at the warehouse. They were kind of set up like it was direct sales network marketing, but they had like regional vice presidents, kind of like where they had warehouses and regional offices.
Yep.
So my mom had the Atlanta office, and I drove the truck and delivered jugs of aloe vera to women all over the Southeast as a teenager. And I didn't think about it, but that, as we get deeper into my story, that was paving a foundation for me to believe in this industry even before I was in it,
Yeah. So, where'd you go to school and where'd you end up in the workforce?
So I went to Georgia Tech. Well, back up. I went to Emory because when I was 12, I had knee surgery, I fell in love with my orthopedic surgeon, thought I wanted to be a doctor my whole teenage career. And went to Emory, got a degree in microbiology and organic chemistry, and decided I didn't want to be a doctor. So I went to Georgia Tech and got a business degree and took 4 years of calculus. So I got a lot of wasted knowledge in my head up there. I can't say that I've ever used any of those things. But I got out of Georgia Tech, never thinking I was going to be selling pills or recruiting people or, really anything like that. I was going to go into commercial real estate or stocks and bonds or insurance, something where you could make big money. And my first year out of school, I went to work for a real estate guy. He had made $70 million the previous year in the multifamily, buying and selling apartments. And so I was going to be his flunky, his crony, and he was going to teach me the skills and the ways of the world, and then I'd learn how to do what he did. And I got married that year too. My wife was an executive secretary at a bank, and so I made $17,000 that year. She made $16,000, but we were hopefully positioning ourselves for the future. I remember hearing your story, kind of like when you were doing the chickens. You were cleaning the chickens, and you said, it just like it seemed like the normal path. You learn how to do something, you advance, and move up the ladder. So I guess we were there, but there was a November Sunday that changed our life forever, I would say.
Let's hear about that.
Okay. So we got married. I was the associate college pastor at a big church in Atlanta, First Baptist Church. Charles Stanley was the pastor. He actually married us. And my wife and I actually met. The church threw a surprise birthday party for me, and she came. That's how we met. But one Sunday afternoon, we were in this big Sunday school class, like I'm talking maybe 200 people, like of couples that were under age 30. I mean, it was very organized, people in our demographic. And the pastor had preached a great sermon on getting out of debt. The sermon was on, finances and biblical principles of money. And we got home, and my wife was like, she was upset. She was like almost crying, and like she was a planner. I mean, like if you wanted to go to Disney World, Richard, in 3 years and make sure you had the fast passes and everything, she's your girl. She's going to plan ahead like that. And so we were going to be married 3 years, have our first child. She had it all mapped out, and then wait 2 years, have the second, wait 2 years, have the third, then we'd be done. She had it all figured out. And she came home crying today. She said, we're never going to have kids. I'm like, what are you talking about? What are you upset about? She said, we both have jobs. I'll never be able to quit. I don't want to put my kids in daycare 40 hours a week. And I don't ever see it changing. And it was that moment, there's always times and places in life where maybe you want to start exercising, maybe you want to learn a new skill, but you just keep putting it off. You talk about it. Sounds like a great idea. You dream about it. Maybe dream's the right word, but you just talk. You don't do anything about it. And that was the night in which we had talked about her being able to stay at home, being a mom, taking care of the kids, pouring into the kids while I worked and provided for our family. But we'd never really done anything about it. We were just kind of letting time pass. And it was that moment we got serious enough that said, enough's enough. For things to change, you got to change. If we want something different, then we have to make some changes. So believe it or not, Richard, we had this prayer chain at our church where, like, if somebody was sick, somebody's mom died, somebody had a new baby, you could just, add something to the prayer list. And so I went in and called and said, hey, would you put this on the prayer list? Lori is really looking for a way she can work from home and make $1,000 a month. Because, because it was so crazy, but she was working in the top level of CNS Bank with all the lawyers, corporate executives, and she had to dress like she was successful because she had to fit in with that group of people, but she was making $16,000 and they were all making, big bucks. She had to park in a place where her car that she loved for me to keep clean was right over the pigeons. And so there was pigeon poop every day. She had to buy her lunch. She had to dry clean her clothes, pay for parking, and so she didn't have to replace her income. We just needed a little bit of money so she could stay at home. So we had a plan, put the word out, and lo and behold, somebody from our church called and said, hey, this is Ann. You don't know me, but I saw somebody gave me your name from your prayer list, and I was with Eastern Airlines and lost my job, and I think what I'm doing could be something for Lori. And they cooked us dinner, told us the story, shared their passion, and it's funny. You'll get a kick out of this because you're probably a type A personality like me. We left that meeting. This lady was like the sweetest person in the world, Richard. I mean, she's like, if you were dying or you were sick, you would want her sitting in the chair next to you, holding your hand, making you soup, wrapping you in a blanket, but you would never think she could sell anything. I mean, it was like, this lady's so sweet, but she can't sell anything. And I'll never forget, we walked out, and the thing I remember, she said, well, I made $87,000 my first year. And we left, and we said, thank you for dinner. And she said, well, let us know what you think. And we didn't make a decision right then because we were kind of in shock, but young couple, free food, it was all good, And we were driving home, and Lori said, what do you think? I said, I don't know if we can make $87,000. But if she can make $87,000, we can make $1,000 a month with one hand tied behind our back.
Yep.
That was not a knock on her. It was just like, she was not a salesperson, but she believed in something with passion. And she had a crisis in her life where she needed something to come fix the problem. And she was hungry enough to do what it took to make it work. And she did. And
I know you've built an empire in Juice Plus. Was that Juice Plus?
same company, but actually when I started, the company was the largest water filter company in the world. We were selling water filtration equipment back then.
NSA.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I love this story. So tell us about the start. What did the start look like? And I know that was a totally different model that's not really applicable today, but
I mean, the principles are the same. The product was
Yep.
different, and the price tag, it was a one-time sale versus a residual item. But I mean, you know, to paint people a picture, I had a fax machine that I paid $2,400 for that was on a 24-month payment plan. I had a roll of quarters and a pager to stop at a payphone to return phone calls. And we went at it 24/7 as hard as we could go because we got excited. Since we had never done anything like this before, personally, I watched my mom, but I don't think I had made the connection yet. It was like, she was like slopping around jugs of aloe vera and I was delivering it in a truck. It hadn't fortified in my head yet, but they told us, they said, make a list of 300 names and we'll show you how to talk to them. I went to a meeting. Back then they called them opportunity meetings. That was kind of the term of the day. And you got to see successful people that, I think the goal was, well, these guys aren't any better than I am. If they can do it, I can do it. You know, and so
a
that
lot of people who were enrolled in our business by watching somebody, they said, well, if he can do it.
yeah, no doubt. I mean, and it worked. I mean,
Yeah.
it totally worked. So what's really psychologically weird is today people said, you made a list of 300 names. I said, well, you don't know the whole of the story. I was like, we were stupid enough, naive enough that we were just going to do what they told us because we didn't know what else to do. So we thought we were in trouble because we went home the first night and we got to 150 names on our list. And it was like, we don't know anybody else. We were 22 and 23. Yep. So I got to that 150. We thought we were stuck. And I was actually calling back in and said, I'm sorry, guys. We can't. I called this lady and said, we can't get 300 names. I don't know what that means. If we can't do this, that's fine. But we can't get 300 names. And she said, oh, no. Just get the phone book out. I'm like, you have got to be freaking kidding. And there's no way I'm doing the New York stockbroker thing and dialing for dollars. I'm not.
I don't want to stop it.
I know. Okay, so I want you guys to just unmute for half a second and say, all right, it's a pretty good story, isn't it?
How do you find the rest?
Okay, it's on our team Facebook page.
I'll share the screen again to show you guys.
Sorry if I missed that.
No,
all
that's
right.
okay. It was a good question.
I don't care if anybody missed it, didn't see it, it doesn't matter. But if you want to see it, it's
Exciting.
a great
You're not going to
story.
hand your future
And
kids to
it just-
daycare.
It just keeps getting better. So let me just tell you that. And he has
I'll comment to bump it up to the top, but it's basically about 3 posts down on our
Okay.
TCP.
yeah, and if you guys will post something about it, that'd be great when you listen to it, whatever. Yeah, but it keeps getting better. I'm sorry. Yeah, so it just keeps getting better. And then when you guys see him at conference, you know, you can tell him, I've already had a couple of conversations with him about it. It's just really good. It's just really transparent. And yeah, I mean, just a heartfelt story of this is really the way it was. And this is what we did. And we really only wanted $1,000 a month.
Mhm.
So I really am just painting the picture that, you know, do you have the lifestyle that you want? Are you able to give and go what you want? And if you have everything you want, maybe you know someone that wants more. And so that would obviously look like a 3-way call. But listen to Kurt first. Tori, thank you so much for streaming it. You guys remember that next week we're going to have Nicole Thomas, and that I know it just went by in a flash, but I would love for you guys to jump on and finish listening to it. It's 40 minutes total. All right. That's what I got for you this week. All right, Tori, thank you so much for stepping in and playing all that. I love you guys. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Have a lot of fun. And I hope those of you in St. Louis can be here on April 1st for our team party. We're just going to have a lot of fun and give away prizes. All right. Take care, everyone. Stacy, it's good to see you.
Sounds good. Bye,
guys.
everyone.